Hey everybody, Ed here, aka Montolio. We are back for another vintage league, and it is round 4. We're playing Bug. It's a little bit of a shoddy keep, but I'm going to keep it against a blind opponent. I don't know what we're up against. We've got a counter spell here. If they do anything broken, we've got Wastelands, and if it's any type of bizarre strategy, obviously we have the Endurance and a Wasteland. So we've got some tools like Urza Saga, all that stuff. Okay, 8 cast. Yep. I think this is fine. I really thought about forcing that there, to be honest with you, but not going to. Hmm. I'd like to cast the Deathrite Shaman. Perhaps it's correct to do so. What is this? What is my opponent doing? It's nice to be able to turn the Mox Opal off here, potentially. What do they have? They have Ancestral? They have really bizarre timing. The thing with these 8 cast decks, yeah, I mean, Mystical Tutor is a good one for sure. The thing with these 8 cast decks is they're fragile. And if you can disrupt them in the first couple turns, you have a reasonable chance of being able to beat them. Ancestral Recall. Okay. Well, I do have a Force Negation here. That's not going to come to their hand until their next upkeep. They're now down to 0 mana. So let's see what they've got in their 2 cards here, because I know one of them's an Ancestral. Okay, I guess I draw another card here. I will force anything they have. Wow, they got nothing. Force of Will was a very strong draw from us. Yep, you got a Mox. There you have it, folks. Very powerful if this works. And I will fight over this. They pitched their recall. Wow. Um, I'm going to get rid of the force negation here. They just conceded. Because Oko's going to come in next turn and just take over the game. Oh, I feel really good about that. It was a little bit of a loose keep, but I think it was pretty reasonable. Energy Flux is not usually a card I like to side in these types of matchups, but the reality is that um, Cage is also not too bad either, to be honest with you, against Emery. So that's something we can think about. I do like Trophy here. But against 8 cast, Energy Flux just really can't beat it easily. We don't need a Forest. I don't think Endurance is that good, but it's once again for Emery, it might be nice to have answers to that. This is for Urza's Saga. Flusterstorm is pretty medium in this matchup. Something's got to give though. Sylvan Library is probably okay. Don't mind Brazen Borrower. Maybe I can just take a gamble and not use Cage. Or Needle. Maybe take a Probe. Actually, do I need all these trophies? Maybe not. Let's try this, guys. I'm being a little greedy here. Wow, Leopold's really good against this deck. This hand's a little bit weak once again, but I think I'm going to keep it. Yeah, this is the kind of hand that roasts me. I was hoping for a little bit more of a fair start from my opponent. This is pretty sus if they get, are able to resolve something like an Urza. We're probably just dead. Well, let's see. I'm going to have to be pretty proactive here with my force of will. Says Tinker. Well, no. All right. Well, I mean, Leovold is obviously out the door here. Flusterstorm gets me good. Yep. Nothing I can do about that, guys. Let's see what they do. They get a Citadel. I mean, that's not a surprise. Memory, yeah. Yeah. Well, three. Okay. Deathrite Shaman's looking a little better here, but of course I'm getting buried. So broken versus fair. Tinker is a real card. All right. Well done. Well done. Well done. Okay. I guess we want Craft Digger's Cage, don't we? Okay. This is a much better hand. We have the potential to force a vigor, mind break trap, mental misstep on their turn, and setting up a collector roof potentially next turn. Now we don't have force of will to protect the collector roof, but I suspect what we're going to do during our opponent's turn is going to cause somewhat of a fight. So they may use their force of will to protect their assets. Okay. All right. Gonna get a green source, a tropical here. I have low faith that this is going to resolve, but I think it's worth doing. Give myself an opportunity perhaps to set up a Leovold next turn. There's a High Artificer. Okay. I guess maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to be pretty proactive here and kill all their stuff. Let's try this. Yep. Another Force of Will. Okay. It's one spell on the stack. All right. Well, was feeling good there, but not so much anymore. I could counter this. Let's just find a collector roof, huh? Should be all right. This just shuts off their entire hand. The problem with this is that they could find outs here. Like Tellurian Academy for sure is their best draw. Oh, I like Leovold quite a bit. Leovold will ice it for me probably if I can cast it. My hand is pretty vulnerable right now. There it is. I'm gonna get a green source here. Green, blue, black. Now they can't draw cards off of Thought Monitor or a Thoughtcast. All right, feeling good about this now. Ancestral, ooh, that's a nice one. I think I'll do that. If you don't mind if I do. I'll pay 2 life here because I'd like to be able to hard cast Mind Break Trap if I can. Okay, guys, there you have it. I think we're 3-1 in the league now. And we will see you for round 5. We'll see if we get a 4-1 today. And remember, hit that like and subscribe button. See you then.